Media Relations 101, Getting Ink. There are many triggers which get news media's attention, but the bottom line is content. Look, everyone wants to be a rock star, and newsies are no exception. They want to be the first, the quickest, the most accurate, the best informed, the most intelligent, and so on. But they don't create the story, they interpret it for mass consumption. Life creates the stories, and life's most interesting stories, which touch the greatest number of people, typically get the news coverage. Whether it's exposure through mass media or your blog, content is king. But let's scale this back to life before blogging, social media, and viral campaigns. The premise that killer content triggers news coverage was the currency then, just as it is today. Call it news meritocracy. The mandate of news media is to cover what it feels is of interest and impact to its audience. Now, assuming that you're writing for a company with the objective of getting ink, when your story appears to be neither impactful, unique, interesting, or even timely to an audience, your job is to make it one or more of these things. How? Let's take a page from Toronto's La Dolce, a self-described bakery and cooking studio, which has leveraged everything from a $900 cupcake to gluten-free macaroons to team-building baking classes to build a business. But in the meantime, it has paused long enough to tell these stories. Why? Because they're relevant. Be relevant. It's easy. You've developed products presumably because there is demand, so translate that demand into a story via the news release, but make it bleed relevance. Newsies are averse to giving your company free plugs, but if you're relevant, it's literally irresistible. Back to La Dolce and its successful news coverage across media outlets. Founder Lisa Sanguadolce seemingly spends as much time telling her story, see ladolce.com, as she does reawakening the joy of baking, both individually as well as communally. Her passion for baking clearly comes through in her product, but also her story. That's what gets her into the Huffington Post, Ottawa Citizen, National Post, Globe and Mail, and so on. Relevance. Examine why your company is doing what it's doing, why it's launching a new product, why it's acquiring another company, why it's growing. If you're business savvy, then you're doing things because they are a reflection of demand from your market. Thus, be relevant in your story, right from that angle, and avoid the gratuitous plea for a free plug. No one's biting that.